it happened. Oh, I kind of wonder where he is. Oh, we found each other.
I'd promised myself that for every video that we make, I'm not going to waste time. I'm just going to go right straight into it without mincing words. And it's crazy how things are turning out. So for those of you who do not know, we are having a fake nomination as Big Brother puts up all the housemates up for eviction, but then nobody's going to leave next week and there will be no voting. But he wants to see how this triggers and puts these housemates on their feet, keeps them on their feet. But then it seems like our first official ship has sailed. Yes, you heard me right. So of course, just after everything, after the so-called nominations and all were done, the housemates, were at different places. Some are at the kitchen, some are at the gardens, different places having conversations. And here was Gigi, Jasmine, and Victory. They were in the parlor having a conversation. It turns out she called him so they could talk. And then she started talking about how from the first time she saw him, she couldn't get her eyes off of him. And there was this something that started growing naturally within her that, every now and then when she doesn't spot him in a place, like let's say she's in the lounge and she looks around, she doesn't see him, even though they're not really talking, she would just start thinking, oh, where's he? Where did he go to? But then she likes the fact that they've gotten close and that it's naturally happened. And it just struck me. I'm like, wait, remember the naughty game? For those of you who watch my previous video, I think the last 3 videos about the crazy nights game, these housemates played the game last night. And you write something anonymously, and then Coin, who was in charge of the game, will now shuffle. You pick one and give Coin, and Coin will now ask you, do you want me to read out what is there? If yes, you have to take a shot of alcohol. And Victory's own indicated that a female housemate said she would really love to have him in her bed. And then Queen was like, later I'll give you the full detail as to whom it is coming from, meaning that each of these housemates wrote their name there. And I'm like, oh wow. So apparently it turns out it might have been Gigi, Jasmine, and she was like, now it's just good how it naturally happened and we really are interested in each other. But here I'm just saying that, I'd like something good to grow between us. I don't know how it's going to be. And if anybody were to ask me a hierarchy of people or things that are important to me in the house right now, I would say that aside my game for the money, you are number one. You are up here. I'm like, baby girl, you're falling already, in 24 hours. Literally, the way this girl was picking her words and talking, deep down, you would know that she definitely is into this guy. She went on to talk about she would like to see if they can work something out. And then when she was done, she was like looking at him and giving this hint of, do you have something to say? And she went on to even add, saying that nothing is a wrong answer. Anything that you feel, anything that is in your mind is okay. Just say it and I would understand.
I hope everything is not gonna throw us off course. I said if there's a hierarchy of priorities on my list, I would put you really right at the top.
Of course, we got a response from Victory. She got a response from Victory. He took his time to think, and he was looking at her in her eyes. At this point, I'm sure that she was feeling that, oh my God, this guy is going to outrightly reject me on live television. What have I done? And then he was like, he has interest in her too. I want to do a lot of things to you or with you. I be to you. When he said that, I'm like, uncle, are you talking about, Wakadube, to the neck? Obviously, there is that addition in details. He now laughs. I was like, don't even look at me like that. They both laughed and were blushing. And he continued and said that what he would really like is that whatever and however they build what they're building right now, that it to get to the point where they will be sort of a mentor, or some people others can look up to, both those who are outside of the house and even in the house. He wants to build something different. He wants to have something that stands a test of time. And then he went on to saying that, let's just be honest, yes, the game is the main reason why we're all here. The game is the ultimate goal, but we're going to be here for 72 days. People cannot just be logs of wood and just stand one place and not do anything or communicate and get entwined with somebody. And what better way for him to be entwined with her, that he's going to give his word as to, he would not joke with her, he would not take her on seriously, right? But she needs to be sure of something. He said he needs to be sure that she's also in this with him, that she can promise. And she's like, of course, I can give you my word on that too. I just want something that, we can vibe and blend in a very, very unique, beautiful way. She went on to saying that, I'd like it also that, you will get to see my real self here. You see where I communicate with other girls, other guys. But then again, with our communication, with our truthfulness to each other, you would know how I can be and I would know how you can be. If there's anything I end up doing that goes out of the way we promise we're going to vibe with each other, or that becomes a form of disrespect to you, I would like it if you call me toward and tell me, we spoke about this, but then you're doing this and you're doing that, and it's not really cool. It feels disrespectful and all that. He was like, that is not a problem. When they were talking, I was like, ha! These people are outrightly promising each other to start a ship, and they're kicking off a ship. Nobody would tell me nonsense for here. That's what it is. They went on to saying that, oh my God, they didn't even know how the other people who have been here before are able to navigate this. Well, they're just going to learn it's more or less they were saying, we're going to learn on the job. We're going to learn and have the experience. As time goes on, we would know how to navigate it. I'm like,
I just want to two stuff with you, but you have to give me your word too. Besides that,
I'll give you my own, so don't worry. I don't ever want you to feel like giving off some type of disrespect.
They finally rounded off that conversation by moving on to saying they would like to see how this goes. Especially, it was Gigi Jasmine that was saying that she'd like to see how this goes, especially inside and outside after the day 72, because she likes the fact that one way or the other they ended up finding and locating each other, and they're going to build something good. And of course, Victory was like, he's not bullshitting with her, he's not going to joke with her, he's not going to disrespect her in any way. If he takes a stand, he's the kind of person that if he takes a stand, he sticks to it till the end. And he knows that this is early, right? But he knows that both of them can work it out. They can work at the same time. They can work at their own pace and not let anybody dictate whatever it's going to be for them. See, to be honest, I wouldn't lie. I was kind of just smiling through it. I'm like, mature conversation. And not the one that you start doing gumbody before you need on the touch bola, before you need on the kiss. Listen, they're having a conversation. They're building it from a foundation of friendship and agreement as to what they really want out of this. And this could end up to be a very amazing one, honestly.
I would love to see where this goes inside and outside of this game. We have each other.
It's too early.
I guess we have to learn on our own.